the shadows of innovation, a silent war brews over silicon, the very foundation of our digital age. Nations, once allies, now stand divided, their ambitions fueled by an insatiable hunger for technological supremacy. The delicate balance of power is shifting as countries engage in a high-stakes game where every chip holds the potential to alter the course of history. As factories hum with the relentless pace of production, a palpable tension fills the air. This is not merely a contest of resources, but a profound struggle for identity, security, and the future itself. Here, in the relentless pursuit of advancement, the human spirit grapples with the weight of its own creations, echoing the age-old conflict of civilizations vying for dominance, forcing us to confront what we are willing to sacrifice in the name of progress. In the shadow of post-war innovation, a quiet revolution unfurled, driven by the relentless pursuit of progress. Nations realized that beneath the surface of metal and machinery lay the very essence of modern power, silicon. This once ordinary element transformed into the lifeblood of technology, igniting economies and shaping destinies. As the world's superpowers raced to harness its potential, alliances were forged and rivalries ignited, setting the stage for a geopolitical struggle that would redefine borders and allegiance. The stakes rose higher than ever, as nations began to understand that in this new era, control over silicon meant control over the future itself. The echoes of this battle would resonate far beyond the confines of laboratories, influencing the lives of millions across the globe. The quest for dominance in the silicon sphere became not only a technological challenge, but a profound struggle for identity and survival amid a rapidly changing world. In the shadows of innovation, the silicon chip emerges as both a marvel and a battleground. Once a symbol of progress and creativity, it has now become a pawn in a grand geopolitical chess game. Nations scramble to stake their claims, racing against time to secure technology that will shape the future. As the stakes rise, so does the tension among rival powers, each vying for supremacy in a world increasingly defined by digital transformation. The history of these microprocessors is not merely a tale of invention. It is a chronicle of ambition, fear, and the relentless pursuit of control. The echoes of decisions made in boardrooms and laboratories reverberate through the corridors of power, influencing policies and forging alliances, while ordinary lives are woven into this intricate tapestry of fate and fortune. In the shadows of innovation, a fierce battle rages, unseen yet profoundly felt. Nations, once allies, find themselves locked in a struggle over a resource that has transformed the very fabric of modern life. Silicon, the semiconductor, a seemingly innocuous material, becomes a symbol of power and dominance, propelling nations to the forefront of technological advancement, or relegating them to the margins of obsolescence. As manufacturing plants hum with activity, whispers of espionage and sabotage echo through the corridors of power, each revelation steeped in the possibility of catastrophe. This is not merely a war for chips. It is a contest of ideologies, a clash of aspirations, where the stakes transcend commerce and venture into the realms of national security and global influence. In this intricate web of alliances and betrayals, the world stands at a precipice, teetering on the edge of a new reality, where silicon not only drives economies, but also shapes destinies. In the shadows of Silicon Valleys and sprawling factories, a battle is waged that transcends borders and ideologies. Nations, once allies, now find themselves ensnared in a web of technological supremacy, where the stakes are measured not just in profits, but in the very essence of sovereignty. As the global chip war intensifies, each microchip becomes a soldier in a conflict that is as much about innovation as it is about control. The hum of machinery is a constant reminder of this new frontier, where the clash of ambition reverberates through the halls of power, challenging the very foundations of modern civilization. In this intricate dance of diplomacy and defense, the heartbeats of nations can be felt, pulsing with the dread of obsolescence and the hunger for dominance. The world watches, holding its breath, as the future of technology, and the fate of millions hangs delicately in the balance. In an era where silicon has transformed from the mere element to the very foundation of modern civilization, we find ourselves at the crossroads of ambition and vulnerability. The global chip war is not just a struggle for technological dominance. It is a battle for the hearts and minds of nations. Here, in the shadows of conference rooms and board meetings, strategies are forged, alliances are tested, and the stakes rise ever higher. The emotional weight of history hangs heavy as countries grapple with their need for security against the allure of innovation. Lives depend on the intricate dance of supply chains, where one misstep could lead to economic collapse or technological isolation. As nations pour resources into the quest for supremacy, the true cost of this silicon race unfolds, a tapestry woven with desperation, ingenuity, and the profound realization that in this new age, power is defined not just by military might, but by control over the very circuits that power our world. In the crosshairs of power and innovation, the global chip war unfolds as a battleground etched in the hearts of nations. As silicon becomes the new currency of conflict, alliances shift and rivalries ignite. The intricate dance of diplomacy and technology intertwines, revealing a tapestry woven with ambition, fear, and hope. Behind every microchip lies a story of sacrifice, ingenuity, and the relentless pursuit of supremacy. In this epoch, the stakes are not just economic, but existential, as the quest for technological dominance threatens to reshape global hierarchies. Each decision reverberates through history, echoing the age-old struggle for control and the quest for a future defined by the very essence of human progress. In the heart of the 21st century, the intricate dance of power unfolds not on battlefields, but within the silent, sterile halls of semiconductor manufacturing. Here, the pulse of global economies beats fiercely as nations find themselves ensnared in a complex web of dependency and rivalry. The quest for technological supremacy has transformed this once innocuous element into a potent weapon, a commodity that holds the potential to ignite conflict and reshape alliances. As leaders gather in hushed conversations, the stakes echo like thunder, resonating across continents. The weight of innovation becomes a double-edged sword, illuminating the path to progress while casting a long shadow of uncertainty and fear. Each chip produced carries not just silicon, but the hopes and fears of a world teetering on the brink of a new Cold War, where the battle for dominance in the tech realm threatens to unravel the very fabric of global peace. In the heart of a silent factory, the hum of machinery resonates like a distant heartbeat, echoing the intricate dance between innovation and power. As nations vie for supremacy in the semiconductor landscape, the stakes rise far beyond profit margins and market shares. This is a battlefield where dreams of technological advancement collide with the harsh realities of geopolitical conflict. Each silicon chip becomes a symbol of ambition, a token of national pride, and a potential tool of dominance. In this relentless pursuit, the human spirit grapples with its own creations, swept up in a narrative of resilience and vulnerability. History teaches us that every technological leap carries with it the weight of unforeseen consequences, an intricate legacy that intertwines progress with peril. As the shadows of industry loom large, we confront the profound truth that the future of our interconnected world hinges not only on innovation, but on the delicate balance of trust and rivalry. A fragile tapestry woven from the threads of human aspiration and conflict. In the crucible of the global chip war, nations stand at a precipice, balancing ambition with peril. The race for technological supremacy has transformed not merely industries but the fabric of geopolitics itself. Each microprocessor manufactured is a testament to human ingenuity, yet it also symbolizes the deep divides that fracture alliances and forge new rivalries. As nations grapple with the implications of their choices, the stakes ascend beyond commerce. They touch the core of national security and identity. The Silicon Battleground is not just a venue of competition, it is a reflection of our time, where innovation becomes both a weapon and a shield in the hands of the powerful. Every decision ripples through history, shaping the destinies of billions. In this relentless pursuit, the question lingers: What price are we willing to pay for progress? And how will it echo through generations to come? In the heart of the global chip war, nations stand on the precipice of a new era, where silicon becomes the fulcrum of power and progress. As alliances shift and rivalries intensify, the air is thick with tension. The stakes have never been higher. Leaders gather, not just to strategize over technology, but to stake their claim in the uncharted territory of the future. In this crucible of innovation, the quest for supremacy transcends mere economics, morphing into a battle for identity, security, and legacy. Each decision echoes through history with the potential to reshape the very fabric of society. In this moment, the world watches, holding its breath in the shadow of uncertainty, as the fight for technological dominance ignites a profound struggle for the soul of humanity. In the heart of this unprecedented conflict, where silicon becomes the very essence of national security, we find ourselves grappling with a profound realization. The battle for chip supremacy is not merely a technological race. It is a struggle for identity, sovereignty, and legacy. As nations invest their dreams and fears into the creation of microprocessors, they unwittingly forge a new battleground, one that echoes the great conflicts of history, yet transcends them. The stakes extend far beyond market shares. They touch the very core of human progress and existential purpose. Each silicon wafer symbolizes hope and ambition, but also anxiety and division. As the world stands on the precipice of this chip war, the question looms: who will emerge not only victorious, but fundamentally transformed? This is a clash of ideologies, a collision of destinies, as we redefine what it means to be powerful in a world increasingly governed by the invisible threads of technology. In a world intricately woven by the threads of silicon technology, each decision resonates like a heartbeat, echoing through the corridors of power and innovation. As nations grapple for supremacy, the stakes rise far beyond mere economic gain. They touch the very essence of human ambition and fear. What began as a quest for progress has morphed into a battleground where alliances are forged and fractured, where the dreams of the future clash with the shadows of history. The global chip war is not merely a conflict of resources, but a profound reflection of our interconnected fate. In this struggle, we are reminded that every chip produced, every trade negotiated, carries the weight of our shared humanity, shaping destinies intertwined across continents. As the dust settles on this geopolitical landscape, one truth remains. In the pursuit of silicon, we confront our deepest hopes and fears, revealing not just what we build, but who we are. In the shadowy corridors of power, the global landscape has shifted, transformed by a relentless pursuit of silicon supremacy. Nations are ensnared in a silent war, their destinies intertwined with the very fabric of technology that fuels both progress and peril. As tensions escalate and alliances fracture, the stakes rise. This is not merely a battle for chips. It is a struggle for sovereignty, security, and the future of humanity itself. The echoes of history reverberate, reminding us that in the pursuit of innovation, we must grapple with the profound consequences of our choices. Lives hang in the balance, and as the world holds its breath, the question lingers: who will emerge victorious in this unseen conflict, and at what cost? In the sprawling tapestry of history, the global chip war emerges not merely as a contest of technology, but as a profound struggle for identity and power. Nations once allies now find themselves entwined in a web of tension, each driven by the relentless pursuit of innovation and dominance. The stakes escalate, transforming economic competition into a battleground where aspirations clash and visions diverge. In this high-stakes arena, the silicon beneath our fingertips carries the weight of dreams and the echoes of ambition, revealing the fragility of alliances and the inevitability of conflict. As the world stands at a crossroads, we are reminded that every technological leap is shadowed by the specter of geopolitics, and in the pursuit of advancement, we must not lose sight of our shared humanity. As the dust settles on the battlegrounds of silicon, we reflect on the cost of ambition, and the sacrifices made in the name of progress. Nations, once allies, now find themselves ensnared in a web of distrust, each seeking dominance in a race where the stakes are not just technological supremacy, but the very essence of their identities. The quiet desperation of workers, the unyielding resolve of leaders, and the specter of an uncertain future loom large. In this interconnected world, where every chip carries the weight of a nation's hopes and fears, we are reminded that the pursuit of power often intertwines with the fragility of peace. As we face an era defined by competition and collaboration, the lessons of the silicon struggle resonate deeply, urging us to seek understanding over division and innovation over conflict.